Hi, my name is Bismarck, and you're welcome to my channel, Inside with Bismarck. I'm sure you are aware that there are different prices in the same plane, different prices of air ticket in the same plane. I'm sure you know that we have the first class, the business class, the economy class. Today, I'm coming to tell you the reason why people choose one over the other. Yes. The reason why people choose first class over business class or business class over economy class or economy class over these two. Yes. If you're a travel enthusiast, by the time you finish with this video, in fact, you're going to even develop much more interest in content like this. Stay here, don't go away. Let's get started. Airplane mode. Now let's go deep into this. Let's start by touching on economy class. Economy class is one of the classes in the airplane that offers different kind of treatment and different fares. A lot of people have several misconceptions about people who go in for economy class over, say, business class and first class. They think that they are the ones that do not have money. But in actual sense, that is not always the case. There are reasons why people opt for economy class over the rest of the classes. And one of the reasons is that because economy class comes with low fare or low cost of buying the ticket, sometimes people feel that if the route or if the journey is not too long or long enough and it's very short, then they have no reasons why they have to go in for business class or first class and have more comfort. The little comfort they get in the economy class, for them, it's okay. Some people go in for economy class so that they can save money for other things such as booking for accommodation like hotels or pickups or even renting Ubers or even saving much money for or even activities that will happen in their destination. So they go in for economy class to save money and be able to afford all these little things. That is why some decide not to go in for first class or business class. And I don't think it's about money problem or poverty. No, is it? I don't think so. There are some people that are just okay with everything. They're just normal. I mean, normal with any little thing that they get. Like, they don't need any extra decorations. They don't need any extra stuff, any extra comfort. Naturally, they are like that. So, such people leverage on that and go in for economy and save some money instead of going in for a business class or a first class. So, such people normally resort to the economy class. Now, there are several advantages that people who go in for economic class enjoy. And one of the advantages is that it's very low. I mean, the fare is low compared to business class and first class. Sometimes even with the economy class, it can be like times five of the business class or times even five of the first class. And so these are some of the advantages they are able to, save money and instead of spending and breaking the bank to stay in the business class or the first class. Also, another advantage is that, irrespective of the fare of the economy class, they are able to also enjoy some snacks, especially when the route is very long. They're able to enjoy some standard snacks that is also not too bad. And apart from that, they enjoy some basic entertainment like screen to watch movies and standard leg room. Apart from that, when it comes to the economy class, it's easier to book last minute, especially when you want to wait to book last minute and enjoy some kind of reduced price. It's easier to book economy class in the last minute, unlike the first class and the business class. Now, if you decide to go in for the economy class, then there are some headache that you're going to face, some problems that probably you're going to face that probably you might not be so happy about that. And one of these problems is that probably the seat that you're going to sit on is very narrow, and even the leg room is quite narrow to the extent that you wouldn't get your freedom that you want. So if you are somebody who loves to sit on a very wide seat or love to have your legs occupied, in a larger leg room, then you have to go in for a business class or first class. Then economy class might not be the best for you. Another issue that you might face, especially when you go in for the economy class, is that the meals are very limited, unlike those in the first class and the business class. Here, your choice of meal is very limited. So if you don't like the meal, that means that there's likelihood that you might not even eat. Another issue is that there might not be any lunch. Lunches are created for passengers to wait before they board the airplane. Usually, these lunches are kind of very luxurious and very relaxing. You can sit there and do all kind of stuff before, you are called to board the airplane. So if you book for economy, then that means that you might not have access to these lunches apart from the first class and the business class people. Another headache that you might face is that there are a lot of people in the economy class, and because of that, there are no privacy. Of course, even if you have to do something to probably hide somebody, then it's not possible because everybody will be looking at you. You might see a lot of people on your left side, a lot of people on your right side, especially when you're in the middle road. You see a lot of people, and so there's no privacy. Apart from that, you might face a lot of noise. Yes, you might face a lot of noise. So if you're somebody who wants to travel calmly, then trust me, you need to multiply your money by five and go in to the first class or the business class because economic class might not be the best for you, especially if you don't like noise. Now let's jump straight to the business class. The reason why somebody might go in for a business class ticket is because probably that traveler has to work on the plane and also take some nap. So because of that, they prefer going in for business class so that they'll get a piece of working in the airplane, especially on their laptop, and after that, take a nap. So such people always go in for business class. And besides that, some people love to also go in for business class, especially those who are having some honeymoon. They want to get closer to their loved ones and not have too much of noise that sometimes happen in the economy class. So such people would rather wish or would rather want to go in for a business class. And apart from that, some anniversaries like wedding and some people take wedding anniversaries on the airplane, and so such occasions are kind of a solemn occasions, and so they love to book a business class ticket instead of going in for economy class. Some people also see it as a status, especially those who are not able to afford first class and those who don't want to go into this, economy class. They see it as some kind of status, and so they will book a business class and find or see themselves as belonging to that status. Finally, some would want to go in for a business class, especially when they travel frequently. The more they travel, some are able to accumulate some points. And so if they're able to accumulate those points, they use these points to upgrade themselves, especially if, for example, if someone always travel always with the economy class and built up some points, and it gets to a time and he sees that probably the points that he has gathered is able to help upgrade from economy, then those people always use that opportunity to upgrade from economy to business to in order to have some kind of comfort. Now, advantages of being in a business class is that it's provide a lot of comfort. It's that kind of comfort that you never get in the economy because there's a wider seat, there's a wider leg room, and a wider seat and a wider leg room that gives the traveler some kind of comfort that he needs. And apart from that, business class people have access to lunches, and these lunches are, very comfortable, free Wi-Fi and all that, so they are able to relax themselves before even they are called to board the plane. And another advantage is that business class people are likely to board the plane earlier than the economy people, and there's fast check-in, and even their luggages are checked in faster than people who would want to go in for the economy class. So that is why, that is some kind of advantages that people in the business class also enjoy. Another advantage is that those in the business class are likely to have wider range of food to choose from, wider options to choose from, and even sometimes they have a list of wines that they can request. And so these are the things that the flight companies do to make sure that people also buy the business class ticket. Now, if you decide to go in for the business class, then you should be prepared to pay a higher fare. Sometimes you can pay 3 to 5 times the price that those in the economy class will pay, and so it's very expensive. So if you decide to go in for the business class, then you should be ready to dig deep into your pocket and you take a lot of money to pay for the flight ticket. Besides that, because there are fewer seatings, booking is very, very, very difficult because there are a lot of people who are chasing for fewer seats in the business class, and so booking for the business class ticket always is very hectic. Another disadvantage is that there is also less privacy because the number of people there are more than those in the first class, and so comparing it with the first class people, there is less privacy in the business class as compared to the first class. But if you compare it to the economy class, then you will say that it's better in terms of privacy. But comparing with the first class, then there's less privacy in the business class. So if you're somebody who still needs more privacy and wants to see less people, then you have to skip and go to the first class. Now let's jump straight to the first class, the almighty first class. There are reasons why people go in for first class, and these are some interesting reasons. I mean, these are the places for the rich people, rich, worthy people in the society. I mean, people who want to define status, and so they don't want to join those in the economy or in the business. They go straight to the first class. These are the rich people, they don't have any problem with money, and so first class is their friend. These are the rich people in the society who always prioritize privacy and luxury. Apart from that, the reason why somebody will go in for the first class is that probably the person does not want the attention of the public or the attention of many people, and such people are our celebrities, like the musicians, the movie actors and actresses. Sometimes they want to avoid unnecessary attention from the public, and so they decide not to either go in the business class or go in the economy. They jump straight to the first class and have that peace of mind. Also, another reason why somebody will go straight to the first class is that sometimes it's kind of a lifetime splurges, especially when someone wants to propose to his girlfriend and win her heart easily, they take them to the first class and impress their loved ones. Sometimes too, it's kind of anniversary. They want to make it big, and so like a wedding anniversary or something like that. So they take their loved ones to the first class and I mean make the occasion great for themselves. So these are some of the reasons why um, some people opt for first class. And lastly, some politicians might also be on the government business, and so they want to have the comfort that they want, and also take the public eyes on them, and so they avoid economy or they avoid the business class and go in straight for the first class. So these people are sometimes our politicians. Yes. There are several advantages that who go in for first class enjoy. And one of these advantages is that they get all the comfort that they need. Leg room is wider. They get wider seat. They enjoy themselves, especially have the best of entertainment. They are able to have maybe only them in a kind of a cubicle with nobody around. So they enjoy the privacy that they want, the comfort that they want. And if you have ever seen somebody in the first class, yes, you will see that, yes, that is something nice to be. Sometimes it's kind of an experience that you must have. But if you don't have the means, don't go in for that. Don't even worry yourself. And go in to the economic class or the business class and you reach your destination. Yes. Also, the kind of food they eat is second to none. The kind of food they eat, they have a wider range of choices to choose from, even much, much, much more better than those in the business class. Apart from that, they can get anything that they want. In some airlines, the travelers ask them what they want because they are in the first class. They ask them what they want and they're able to get it. Apart from that, there are some luxurious lounges that these travelers in the business class are able to lodge before even boarding their flight. And these lounges are very luxurious, very comfortable places to rest, and also free Wi-Fi. And sometimes they even enjoy some kind of special food before even going to board the plane. And another advantage is that they are the first people to board the plane. They are considered as the VIP of all the passengers, so they are the first to board the plane. And so these are some of the advantages that the first class travelers enjoy. One thing that even makes it even nicer is that sometimes they have a dedicated flight attendant that is dedicated a single one of them. and it makes it even worth it. And somebody always say that if you have ever tried the first class or the business class before, then you might never ever go to the economy class. And maybe I agree with them. Maybe the day I will take a business class or a first class, maybe I'll be able to agree with that person. Now, if you decide to go in for a first class, then you should be ready to bear the consequences. Yes, it also has consequences. One of the disadvantages is that sometimes it is 5 times to 10 times more expensive than those in the economy class. Yes. So if you decide to go in for the first class, then you should be ready to pay. I know sometimes people in the first class are being sponsored, especially the politicians. Yes. But if it's coming from your pocket directly, then you should be ready to pay 5 times to 10 times the price of those in the economy or the business class. Also, another disadvantage is that booking for the first class is very, very difficult because you don't have a lot of seats. And so a lot of people go in for the same seat. So it becomes very difficult to book, especially with a limited number of seats. And last disadvantage that I'm going to talk about is that sometimes when the route is very short, then being in the first class or spending, I mean, huge amount of money purchasing a first class ticket is not worth the price because you're going to reach your destination very, very short. And so sometimes the need for that privacy is not very much necessary. So what we are saying is that if you want to go into the economy class, then it is budget friendly. It is, yes, cost friendly. If you want to go into the business class, then you balance a little bit of comfort and also cost. And if you want to go in the first class, then you're going to get all the things that you need, but they all come with their advantages and disadvantages. Yes. But one thing you need to understand is that whether economy, whether business, or whether first class, the plane will reach the same spot at the same time. So before you consider what to take, then you have to consider your pocket. You have to consider your budget. You have to consider whether it's very necessary for you to get or no. You have to consider whether you need more privacy, you need more comfort. Then if you don't, then trust me, going in for the economy is the best. After all, you have a lot of people to chat with, especially if you're somebody who is very chatty. If you like this content, then consider subscribing to our channel Inside with Bismarck. We are going to give you every bit of traveling, interesting content that you need. And if you're looking to travel or if you're looking to book your ticket and you need help, just write in the comment section that you need help, and we're going to give you all the best of help that we can. Until then, I will see you.